Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
And I'm Nicole Nalepa, and you are here watching us live right now on Eyewitness News on the Wax. And we have a lot of stories to get to, a lot of breaking news, and a lot of first alert forecast stuff that you're going to like. So let's bring in meteorologist Scot Haney to let us know how lovely where is that?
What is
Norfolk, Connecticut.
Right now?
Right now.
No, you're kidding.
It is snowing in Norfolk, Connecticut. Look at this.
Well, there goes that.
Well, there goes that. I know, it's not going to stick, but nonetheless, we are dealing with some snowflakes flying around in the icebox of Connecticut. Thank you to the viewers for sending in these photos. I appreciate that so much. All right, the day ahead, lots of clouds. Clouds, 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 clouds. Let's go back this way with the shoreline. Clouds, 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 clouds. Temperatures in the mid-40s, if not lower 50s today. You might sneak out a little peek of sun from time to time, but for the most part, it is going to be cloudy and it is going to be windy, making these temperatures feel like they're in the upper 30s and low 40s throughout the day today. So you got to dress accordingly with that jacket, okay? As we move through the day today, temperatures will only top out again between 46 and 53. 53 reserved for the shoreline. You're going to have a northwesterly breeze. That wind will make all of these temperatures feel so much colder. I'll have your yard goats forecast coming up in just a bit, but in the meantime, Nicole, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Scott. Right now on the roads, your first alert traffic report coming at you now with not too many delays. Things are looking really good. It'll still take you just under an hour and 20 to get to the George Washington Bridge at 7:02 from New Haven. So the only delays I'm really starting to see are in the typical spots are Fairfield County, Bridgeport, 95, right around exit 23, it starts to slow down, and then on the Trumbull Parkway southbound area. Other than that, we are again crash free and smooth sailing out there. I'll leave you with this camera right in New Haven, right by the Pearl Harbor Memorial Bridge. 95 looking good in both directions, in and out. That's your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, let's start your day with breaking news from overnight and a major update on a police scene in North Haven, where police tell us they arrested a man in the brutal stabbing death of a 77-year-old family member. Police say it happened last night on Pleasant Street, and they arrested the suspect, 40-year-old David Pagan. We have a scene here from our news crews where they say that a third person was also hurt, but we've learned that person will be okay.
And now happening now in New Haven, police are searching for the person who shot and killed a teenager as he was walking home yesterday afternoon.
And now a community is heartbroken. Your reporter Marcy Jones has more from New Haven.
The heartbreaking loss of life, as well as the brazen nature of this crime, is really what's in focus right now, as we know this took place in broad daylight in the victim's very own neighborhood. According to police, the 15-year-old boy was gunned down just before 3:30 Tuesday afternoon near Greenwood Street and Legion Avenue. Officers say the teen was walking home after running errands. Caution tape blocked off Greenwood Street for several hours while detectives investigated the scene. Police have been conducting witness interviews and say they hope surveillance cameras in the area can help lead them to the killer. In the meantime, community members are struggling to find the words to express their heartbreak.
How do you explain that your child is leaving a corner store to go home and he will never make it home?
We know that community leaders are currently planning a candlelight vigil for the victim. In the meantime, police are asking anybody with knowledge of this crime to give them a call immediately. Your reporter in New Haven, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And as New Haven police search for the suspect, we're waiting to learn if the teenagers charged with murdering a Hartford teen will be charged as adults. Police say a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old are accused of shooting a 17-year-old on Barker Street earlier this week. And experts believe that that crime may have been influenced by a local gang.
The man who says he was held captive for 2 decades inside a house in Waterbury is making his first public statement. He says he wants to go by the name S, saying he's choosing a new name as he takes control of his life and future. So in a statement, he says, quote, "I am much better and stronger than I was the day the first responders carried me out of my home. In addition to all of your care, I appreciated the chance to have my first ever birthday party to celebrate turning 32. Remember, this case shocked the world, especially when we learned the victim was only 68 pounds when firefighters rescued him. The victim's stepmother, Kimberly Sullivan, is accused of keeping him locked away in a small room with little food or water. She's pleading not guilty to kidnapping and cruelty. You can read the victim's full statement. We have it up on the WFSB app.
A proposed bill may soon help bring your electric rates down. The legislation was drawn up by Democratic Senator John Fonfara, and he's at the center of a lot of drama right now. Your reporter Aaliyah Red is in Hartford now with more on this bill and the controversy behind the senator. Aaliyah?
The senator is accused of a backroom deal with Governor Ned Lamont. A Republican senator told Channel 3 that Governor Lamont made a deal with Fonfara in order to get his support for PERA's chairwoman. Tuesday, Marissa Gillette was reappointed as the chairman for PERA. There's a lot of controversy behind the move. Republican Senator Stephen Harding and his caucus are hinting at foul play. They say Governor Lamont bargained with Democratic Senator John Fonfara to get Fonfara to support Gillette. In return, Fonfara would get a high-paying position on PERA's board. He's written an 80-page act, Bill 1560, and claims it will immediately reduce 20% for residents and more in the future. Today, Fonfara is hosting leaders right here at the state capitol at 10 o'clock this morning. He's talking about the energy issues that we're having right here in the state, and the focus is this bill right here. It's Bill 1560. Your reporter in Hartford, Aaliyah Red, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
In just a few hours, the Jose Morales trial continues, where we're told the state will call its final witness. Yesterday, body camera footage was shown in court, revealing the moments police tell Morales and his family that Christine Holloway is dead.
Christine's dead.
Well, you can hear Morales' mother reacting to the news. In 2019, police found Holloway dead inside her apartment in Ansonia. The baby girl they shared was missing and never found.
Another dangerous wrong-way driver's off the road this morning. A trooper caught up with this driver in Windsor. They say they had gotten back onto the right side of the highway, and that's when this driver started driving off the side of the road right by exit 38. Police eventually took William Cretin of Springfield, Massachusetts, seen here, into custody, and he has been charged with driving under the influence and reckless driving.
We're learning more this morning about a former Torrington police sergeant who was fired after being accused of using excessive force. We've learned he could be getting his job back. According to our news partners at CT Insider, a 3-judge panel ruled Gerald Peters should be reinstated. Peters was caught on video using pepper spray on a handcuffed suspect in 2020. Judges say the suspect tried to escape and threatened to hurt the officers.
This morning, Old Saybrook has a new acting police chief. Lieutenant Ryan Walsh is taking over the job after longtime Chief Michael Spira retired on Friday. And that news came after a report showed that officers were leaving the department due to a poor work environment under his leadership. A permanent replacement has not yet been named.
Well, vandals are on the prowl in Oxford. Take a look here. Police say there have been several reports of mailboxes being smashed. Police are asking people to check their home security cameras for any sign of the people responsible. Call police if you have any information.
And new this morning, an arrest has been made in connection to that shooting at a high school in Dallas, Texas. Here's what we know. At least 4 people were hurt after someone shot fire that is inside the school. One of the victims is in serious condition. We know 3 of the victims are also between the ages of 15 and 18.
7:09 is now the time. Let's take you to the Yard Goats game. If you are going, it's going to be a pretty good night of weather, mostly cloudy skies, but it is going to be cool. First alerting you to a jacket. Excuse me. 47 for the, I know it's a long morning.
It is.
47 for the first pitch, 43 for the 9th inning. So again, those temperatures are significantly cooler than yesterday, and they're going to be feeling even cooler with the wind out there. All right, first alert live radar. We did see some snow up in Norfolk this morning. We do have a little bit of rain out there for you in other parts of the state. Cornwall, Kent, Warren, Litchfield, Washington. Good morning to you. It's not too much of a big deal, but you are waking up to some wet conditions in parts of northwest and southwest Connecticut. As we move through the day, visibility is at a perfect 10 this morning. Beautiful skyline shots in New Haven at 47 degrees, but notice that wind. Out of the west, northwest 17 with gusts to 30 miles an hour this morning. It does feel a bunch colder, so dress appropriately. You're going to need a jacket today. Mostly cloudy and windy conditions. Sun was up about an hour ago. Sun sets at 7:33. Your 7-day forecast is coming up in just a bit. In the meantime, ladies, back to you.
All right. Thanks, Scott.